Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Table Talk Tuesday. I'm going to cover a little bit more of the drought today. Last week we talked about the drought and how it was affecting the Mississippi River, how the water levels were getting so low that the barges couldn't travel back and forth. Well, stay with me today and we'll talk a little bit about how it's affecting farmers and ranchers. Now, the American Farm Bureau Federation has done a survey, and they said that nearly 3/4 of U.S. farmers says that the drought this year is hurting their harvest. It's causing significant crop loss, and that's causing them to lose a lot of income. Now, farmers, they usually work on a pretty tight budget. A lot of them take out loans, and then when their crops come in, they pay all their loans and things off, and what they have left to get them on through the year. Well, this drought's affecting them bad. 37% of farmers say that they're plowing through and destroying what crops they have left that they don't think will make it to harvest season. That's up 24% since last year. That's according to this survey that the American Farm Bureau Federation did. 24% increase in just 1 year. They estimate almost 60% of West, South, and Central Plains are experiencing severe drought. They said that the effects of this drought is going to be felt for years and years to come, not just on the farmers and ranchers, but by us consumers also. And by the price of things in the supermarket, we're already experiencing a lot of the effects. This ain't the first year that we've been in the drought. It says lots of farmers have had to sell off their livestock that they had spent years raising. It takes them several years to build up a good herd of cattle. Orchard farmers have had to watch as their orchards were destroyed that they had grown for decades. So it takes decades for these orchards to get established to where they'll produce fruit, and this drought is wiping them out. So it's going to take several years. If it started raining, it's going to take several years to get orchards back up to where they're producing like they were. They've been growing them for decades and have watched as they've been destroyed by this drought. 50% of farmers in California said they had to remove trees and multi-year crops due to the drought. 33% of all U.S. farmers said they had to do the same, almost double the number in just 1 year. I didn't know it, but fruits, nuts, and vegetables mostly come from states with high levels of drought. For example, California grows 80% of the world's almonds, and shifting where almonds are grown is not an easy task, according to this survey. The crop needs a specific climate and soil to grow and produce. This will probably make U.S. consumers pay more for these goods. We will have to rely on foreign supplies or shrink our diversity for the goods we have to choose from. So if we have to rely on foreign supplies, we know the price is going to go up. It's going to have to be shipped across the seas to get to us, if they even have it. There's lots of turmoil going on in other parts of the world that could stop ships from coming to us. The Bureau of Labor Statistics August inflation report showed that us consumers are paying 9.3% more on fruits and vegetables just in 1 year. And we know that last year it was already up drastically from the year before that. So in my opinion, we're probably paying close to 20% more just in the last few years for the same thing. I know when I go to the grocery store, if I was to spend what I spent 2 years ago, I wouldn't get 2 little bags full. We spend close to $200, and most of us usually in like 3 or 4 bags. We used to spend, just 2 of us here at home, we would spend on an average $100 a week on an average. That's supplies for the house and food, but it's way higher than that now. And we've cut down on a lot of things that we buy. I hadn't bought a steak or something like that at the grocery store in a good long while. Not that I ever bought very many, but I did occasionally buy one to put on the grill. Not no more. They're too high. I'm going to try to have a bigger garden in this next spring to try to offset some of these higher prices. I can grow a lot, and you can grow a lot if you've got any space. If you don't have much space, you can grow a lot in containers and things. I've got one little bed out here that I grow some stuff in, and you can produce a lot of stuff just in a small space if you do it right. I'm still trying to learn how to do that, but there's lots of info on the internet about how to do it. Since I've started reading some, keeping up with the news a little bit to where I can share it with you, I'm learning more about how this drought is going to start causing us lots of shortages, in my opinion. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I'm going to try to prepare for it myself. If it starts raining and the crops start producing and the river rises to where the barges can go along the river, the worst case scenario is you'll just have extra food to eat that you put up. So in my opinion, you can't go wrong for preparing. And things get worse, you'll have a little bit of a buffer put up where if times get real hard for you, you have something to eat. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you would, put in the comments or email me, either one, some topics that you would like to cover. I've just been coming up with things on my own, sorta. I don't know if it's things that interest y'all or not, but it's things that I think matter that may affect us in the future. So I thank y'all for watching, and I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.